Hey there! If you are enjoying the jokes we create for you, please subscribe to our channel. Let's start the joke of the day. A young man met a beautiful girl and agreed to spend the night with her for $500. So they did. Before he left, he told her that he did not have any cash with him, but that he would have his secretary write a check and mail it to her, calling the payment rent for apartment. On the way to his office, he regretted what he had promised, deciding that the whole event was not worth the price. So, he had his secretary send a check for $250 and enclosed the following note. Dear Madam, enclosed find a check in the amount of $250 for the rent of your apartment. I am not sending the amount agreed upon because when I rented the apartment I was under the impression that 1. It had never been occupied. 2. That there was plenty of heat. 3. That it was small enough to make me cozy and feel at home. Last night, however, I found it had been previously occupied, that there was no heat, and it was entirely too large. Upon receipt of the note, the girl immediately returned the check for $250 with the following note. Dear Sir, first of all, I cannot understand how you expect a beautiful apartment to remain unoccupied indefinitely. As for the heat, there is heat if you know how to turn it on. Regarding the space, the apartment is, indeed, of regular size, but if you don't have enough furniture to fill it, please don't blame the landlady.
An elderly Canadian gentleman of 83 arrived in Paris by plane. At the French customs desk, the man took a few minutes to locate his passport in his carry-on bag. You have been to France before, monsieur? The customs officer asked, sarcastically. The elderly gentleman admitted he had been to France previously. Then you should know enough to have your passport ready, the Canadian said. The last time I was here, I didn't have to show it. Impossible, Canadians always have to show your passports on arrival in France. The Canadian senior gave the Frenchman a long hard look, then he quietly explained. Well, when I came ashore at Juno Beach on D-Day in 1944 to help liberate this country, I couldn't find any Frenchman to show it to.
2 foreign immigrants have just arrived in the United States by boat, and one says to the other, I hear that the people of this country actually eat dogs. Odd, her companion replies, but if we shall live in America, we might as well do as the Americans do. Nodding emphatically, one of the immigrants points to a hot dog vendor and they both walk toward the cart. 2 dogs, please, she says. The vendor is only too pleased to oblige, wraps both hot dogs in foil, and hands them over the counter. Excited, the companions hurry to a bench and begin to unwrap their dogs. One of them opens the foil and begins to blush. Staring at it for a moment, she turns to her friend and whispers cautiously, What part did you get?